This is Jonathan Agriff here for Pro Boxing Fans. We're here in Las Vegas. It feels massive. Eddie Hearn just done the grand arrivals. When you signed this DAZN deal in 2018, was this always the goal, Las Vegas, Cinco de Mayo with Canelo?
Yeah, but I never thought we'd get it. I mean, look, you know, at the time Canelo Alvarez was obviously unavailable. He was a huge star in the sport, but was with Golden Boy, and you know, a few years on, we've ended up signing him on a huge multi-fight deal, and it's a pleasure and an honour. I used to come to these things, you know, normally with an opponent. I remember when we had Danny Jacobs here, you know, and I would watch it all going, Jesus Christ, I can't believe this guy's a superstar, and now we're promoting him, so an absolute honour to be here, and looking forward to an incredible fight this weekend.
Obviously, he was reportedly offered a 2-fight deal with PBC. Why do you think he chose your offer? I know you get on with him, but surely it was also a business move as well.
He wants to face the champions, you know, he wants to fight and dethrone world champions, and he liked the opportunity to fight Dmitry Bivol and possibly Triple G and fight again at the end of the year. We have a great relationship, you know, we did 3 fights together, couldn't have gone any better. He had to do that fight with PBC, and he decided to come back to Matchroom and DAZN, so it was an honour, and we look forward to a great fight this weekend.
Is Golovkin going to be ringside on Saturday?
We'll see.
How does Dmitry Bivol compare to sort of Canelo's previous opponents? Where do you rank?
I think this is a really dangerous fight because Dmitry Bivol is fresh. You know, he's young. He's never been in a tough fight. He's won all his fights convincingly well. Obviously, beat the other world champion in division, Joe Smith, very comfortably. And he's been looking for this opportunity for a long, long time. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see what he can do against Canelo, because he has to be a pound-for-pound great to beat Canelo Alvarez. And we know he's a world-class fighter and an elite world champion, but he's going to have to raise to a whole nother level on Saturday in what will be a wild atmosphere at the T-Mobile.
No, Bivol's world champion, but in this case, does Canelo have a rematch clause?
Only if the fight does the numbers needed. A lot of that happens. They asked me the same about Taylor Serrano. You know, you don't just sometimes do a rematch because, you know, it's got to be negotiated in this fact as well. Don't forget, Canelo is not, in this instance, defending his undisputed titles. So if he was to lose, maybe he goes back down and fights at super middleweight. But generally, if you lose to Canelo Alvarez, the rematch is a monster. So we'll get there.
And just a quickly update on Hrgović. Unfortunately, had to pull out. What's the update there?
Unfortunately, Filip Hrgovic's father's passed away, and you know he's very close to him, and he hasn't been able to get his head on this fight. So we'll announce another opponent for Zhang in due course.
And just quickly, Joshua, rumours that he's going to sign with Sky. How accurate is that?
I think it's a very good chance. You know, he's obviously we've had a great relationship with Joshua. We're considering their offer and going through their proposal with 258, as we are with DAZN. More focused on the Usyk fight because that might determine a few other things as well, and want to get that over the line, and we'll go from there.
The final one, obviously Canelo's fought pretty much everyone he could have fought, champion after champion, but last week Jake Paul seemed to sort of irritate you with comments where he said that he's been ducking.
It doesn't irritate me, he just baffles me, you know, but he was great to work with. Last week was huge, and Jake actually thinks he can beat Canelo Alvarez, but we'll leave that for a while.